Hey guys, welcome to another episode on my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to use SDXL and ComfyUI for image-to-image processing. And of course we are going to start with checkpoint loader or load checkpoint. That's the name of this node, and I'm going to take Dream Shaper. From model I'm going to create case sampler, and from clip I'm going to create clip set layer, because this model demands -2 clip layer. And now from this I'm going to, let's go to search, clip text encode for prompting, and of course another one for negative prompt. Of course I'm going to provide positive prompt to positive, negative prompt to negative, but instead of using empty latent image, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create node load image, and I'm going to load some image from my local directory. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. It's some kind of dark mage. But now, in order to provide this image to case sampler, we need to encode it first. All right, but for this we need VAE in here, and of course after everything is done we are going to need another VAE for decoding, and preview image at the end, of course. So where is the difference in comparison to simply text to image? In text to image we are not going to have this part. We are not going to need another image, and we are going to provide only empty latent image to latent image input. But now we have some image that is going to be processed in order to get final product. And how we are going to do that? So first, what I'm going to do? First, I'm going to write some prompt in here. I'm going to make something completely different than this image. Something like holy person, white mage, saint, something like that. And in here I'm just going to say bad quality. Okay, nothing else, nothing too fancy. But this part is important, denoise, because Stable Diffusion starts from total noise, so completely noisy image. And then with every step it actually removes some of noise and adds some of content that we demanded from prompting. Now, in order to use some elements from this image and this prompt, we have to remove the noise. So with 100% denoise, we are going to use input from prompts. If we set something like 0,5, that means that half of the content of this image is going to be used for final product, and another half is going to be used from prompting. And I'm going to change this sample name to SDGPU and this to Karas. For these settings you should check your model documentation, because for every model could be different. And I'm going to set steps, number of steps to 30. That is how my model demands. All right, now let's test these settings. Great, let me check. You see how different this image is. We got something much better. Let's say I'm going to change this to 0,3, And I'm going to add something else. Strong light. All right, this shall do. Let me test now. Okay, this is different than previous time. Doesn't matter, you can experiment for yourself. Now, what I want to show you now, with this method, not only that you can use one image, you can use multiple images. Let's say that instead of dark, I want for this image a white color to be dominating. First of all, you have to make sure that you are going to use images of the same resolution. And I'm going to open my GIMP editor. And I'm going to create one image with that resolution. Let me check. It's 752 by 448. All right, and I'm just going to paint everything in white. Okay, and I'm going to export this image. White PNG. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this image loader and I'm going to choose this white image, and we are going to need another node, image blend. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to combine these two images into single one. And I'm going to provide output to encoder. Let's see the result now. Okay, I'm going to change this to 0.65 in order to create something that is much better looking. This is too noisy. Okay. But this is not exactly what I expected, so I'm going to change these settings once again to 0.5. Let's see what we are going to get now. I want something much closer to original image. This style is too different from what I expected. All right, let's try with 55. Alright, this looks interesting. So guys, this is just the basic techniques. From this point on you can make all sorts of experiments. And in one of upcoming episodes we are going to talk about ControlNet. With ControlNet you are going to get even better control over image-to-image processing. But that's all for now. So thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something new and interesting. So please like, subscribe and see ya!